Nothing really out of the ordinary in today's second date. I mean, we've all been on dates where somebody's died, right? Sometimes it's on the way home from the date, but whatever, it happens. And Adam is on the phone. That's the issue that he's kind of dealing with. He went out with a girl named Marci. They had a good time, but in the middle of his date, he got a phone call that his grandpa had passed away. Obviously, he was sad about that. But Marci ended up hanging out with him for a little while longer. They even went back to his place and made out. And now she's kind of blowing him off, and he doesn't know why. The only excuse he can think of is maybe he's an ugly crier. Adam, are you ready to call Marci and see why she's not wanting to go out with you again?
Yeah, I'm pretty anxious to find out.
And I forgot to ask because, I mean, you're thinking like maybe it's the ugly crying thing, but you guys made out after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't cry again after your makeout, or you did?
No, not during either.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say during would be even worse, I think. All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure it out. Here we go.
Cool.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Marci, please?
This is she.
Hey, Marci, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay.
How did you get my number?
I have everybody's number
That's not
on
true.
speed dial all the time. I got your number
Okay,
because...
Is this like a prank call or something?
No, it isn't.
Okay.
One of our listeners actually emailed us and asked if we could get in touch with you.
Okay.
His name is Adam, and you guys went out on a date the other day.
Oh, gosh.
And we do a segment on our show that's called The Second Date. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask why. So Adam emailed us, told us a little bit about your date, and also is confused why it seems like you don't want to go out with him again.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
No, this is all joke. Prank call. No. I'm 100% serious.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I don't know what to say. I feel bad.
He said a lot of nice things about you and about your guys' date. It sounds like you guys really had a connection.
I don't know. I just kind of thought the whole night was a little weird.
Well, I can understand that. I mean, he told us about the date and how he got a call in the middle of it that his grandpa had died. That would make things
Right.
weird, I would think.
Yeah, and I feel so bad. It did sort of put a damper on everything.
Was that the part where things got a little weird? Was when he got upset and cried about his grandfather passing?
No, it wasn't. I mean, I hate to say it, but I kind of knew pretty early on into the night that I just wasn't really feeling it with him. And I can't really explain it. Like, I don't think it was anything that he actually did or said.
Well, he said you guys made out. Like, I feel like he obviously did not interpret.
I mean, I know I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. But
yeah, that was going to be my question. If you weren't feeling him, why make out with the dude?
Well, because I was pretty much gearing up in my head how to tell him that, I'm not really feeling it. And I was literally like about to do it. And then he gets this call, and he gets a call from his mom, and I'm just sort of sitting there, and I can really see that she's telling him really bad news. He starts crying, find out that his grandfather passed away. And at that moment, I couldn't tell him that I wasn't into him.
That would be a tough situation to be in, to be like, I'm going to tell this guy that I don't like him. Oh, now his grandpa just died. What do I do?
I was literally about to tell him because I'm not that type of girl. I really am not that type of girl to try to lead someone on. And I really knew from the get-go I just wasn't feeling it. I was going to tell him. He gets this call, and all of a sudden, then I was just sort of like, oh, gosh, like I have to be nice.
Well, yeah,
have to be nice.
Marci, you do understand that being nice and then going back to somebody's place and making out with them are really two different things. I mean, I don't know your definition of nice, but...
I know, but like, I didn't want to make his night any worse than what it was, so I just went with it, and I don't know.
What didn't you like about him?
I'm telling you, like, I can't really explain it. I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, we all go out with people where, for whatever reason, you just don't really like them. It's not that they're unattractive necessarily. They're just like,
Yeah, I don't know. I think in the very beginning, it was just the conversation fell a little flat, and I didn't feel that spark. I didn't feel
chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, we get all that, but why make out with him?
I can't even believe he told you about that. I mean, it's terrible of me, but it was sort of out of pity.
A pity
Okay.
makeout.
So
Yeah.
basically, when he leaned in to kiss me, I just didn't stop him.
I would, like, it's easy to be judgy about that, but in the same vein, I feel like everyone in this room has made out with somebody that they weren't actually that into before.
Oh, I've done it for years in some relationships. For sure.
You're so wrong. Oh my God.
I don't know, guys. Like, as much as I knew that I really shouldn't be doing this and that it's so out of character for me, and I was not trying to take advantage of him in any way, but at
Right.
the same time, I just witnessed this guy that I hardly know get told that a very close member of his passed away.
Yeah.
I just didn't have it in me to not please him a little bit. I don't know.
Wasn't there any moment, like, there wasn't one moment where you were like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I could do this. Maybe I could be into him.
No.
Oh,
Not at all.
okay.
All
I was
right.
looking for hope there, Marcy.
Well, Marcy, I do want to let you know that Adam is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
No. Are you serious?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I am.
Oh my! What more can you guys do to me?
Adam, are you there?
Adam,
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Marcy.
bummer.
Hey.
Oh,
Oh my
So that-
gosh.
so I mean that whole thing was out of pity.
I mean, I just didn't want to hurt your feelings. I don't know. You had already been hurt enough that night, and I just really felt so bad. As hard as it was for you, it was hard for me too, because I was stuck in this like rock and a hard place, you know.
I mean, like we got pizza together after, like that was just out of pity. Like, is a pity pizza?
Good name for a
I
restaurant.
mean, man, I don't really know what more I can say.
But I mean, did you give me like clear signs that you weren't interested? It seemed like you made out with me because of pity.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah, I'm just being honest with you now. I
feel like
mean,
that's
you
worse.
called the radio
It is
station.
worse.
I don't know what more.
It's worse.
I just.
I mean, you used a lot of tongue for a pity kiss, right?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, Marcy, a pity kiss has a certain amount of tongue. Were you going overboard on the tongue with your pity kiss?
Right.
It was not a non-committal makeout session, you know?
Like I said, I felt really bad. I
Oh
literally said it. I had to do something to like make your night a little bit better, and I don't know what else I can say.
Wow. I mean, you are a very talented actress then, because this performance and what you did the other night, like I can't tell what's real and what's not anymore. Honestly.
I mean, what's real is that I think you should just try to move on.
Ooh.
Just because I did that, I don't think it means that I have to go out with him again.
No, it doesn't.
It was just,
A second one would be another pity.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 pity dates, basically.
yeah. And now we've gotten in too deep. You know what I mean? It's
I mean, I can't believe you would do that. If that happened to you and one of your relatives died, I would do the respectable thing and just walk away.
Just get out of there.
okay. Okay.
Leave you alone.
Yeah.
Guys, like, I don't really, this is getting to be too, I tried to be nice. I really did. I'm really sorry.
Okay, well, don't be sorry just yet, because I do have to ask you if you'd like to go on another date with Adam. We will pay for it. Would you like to go on a second date?
No.
Okay, I thought that was coming.
Adam's like, I didn't
Surprise.
even want you to ask that question anymore.
This is
Because
Robin.
Marcy, you are a real piece of work, just like leading a guy on like that. That's
Seriously?
Unbelievable.
Okay. This is taking me back so much. I was literally just trying to be nice to you. I was trying to support you. I mean, is there anybody here that can back me up on this? Am I crazy or something? I was just trying to be nice.
no, they're not going to back you up.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
Guess
I
not. Well, either way,
Kinda get
Adam,
it.
you didn't get your second date, and at least you know why now. And Marcy, thank you for taking the time to talk to us about it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, now I feel 100,000 times worse. Thank you.
Well,
Sorry,
I
Marcy.
want both you guys to think about this. That night when you guys were making out, Adam's grandpa was watching you. Think about that. Today, a dude named Adam is on the phone for a second date, and his email said it was one of the worst, but also one of the best dates of my life.
Huh.
How's that?
So I'm really interested to hear what happened. Hey, Adam, what's up? How are you?
Hey guys, how's it going?
I take it the good outweighs the bad since you're on the phone with us trying to get a second date.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like one of those dates that kind of like you didn't think would go too great, but then it just,
Didn't go great, but also went great.
Yeah. We totally know what you're saying.
No clue what you're talking about. Why don't you tell us?
Okay.
The girl you want to call today, what's her name?
Marci.
Marci. All right. And how did you meet Marci?
We met at a bakery.
Well, that's kind of cute. Were you guys both buying bread at the same time and you reach for the same loaves and your hands touched?
No, I had to put a little more effort into it, but I was just there, getting coffee and stuff. But she was picking up a cake, and I thought she was kind of cute. So I sort of just struck up a conversation and was like, "Hey, is that cake for me? Because it's my birthday."
Was it actually your birthday, or is that just a line?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
Not even close.
All right.
Corny,
Well,
but-
fabulous pickup line.
I would have worked on me. It obviously worked on her.
Yeah.
So it was like one of my stronger pickup lines.
So it sounds strong. Did you actually rip the cake from her hands and say it was your birthday? And
Give it to me.
yeah.
She was like, "Well, it's my friend's birthday, so she'd be kind of mad if I gave away a piece of her cake." So I was like, "Well, really, I just wanted your number."
Oh,
Okay.
look at that smooth,
There you
man.
go.
Yeah. And so she was happy to oblige that.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
So what'd you guys do
Yeah.
when you actually went out?
We just went out to a bar to, have some drinks and kind of talk and stuff.
What was your mood going into it?
Oh, it was great. Like, we were super friendly.
That
and,
was the
like,
bad part. You're like, oh, didn't want to be there at all.
Well, the bad part was probably like 20, 30 minutes into it. We're really like vibing, and I keep getting a couple calls from my mom, which is not like really normal. She doesn't usually call a bunch of times.
Right. So then you automatically think it's an emergency. I would.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it was, my grandfather had died.
Oh,
man.
buddy.
That's not the kind of news you want to get in the middle of a date. I guess it depends on your relationship with your grandfather, but
Oh, my God.
I would think it would be a bad thing.
He's like, yay!
Yeah, he's like,
He's
that
like-
guy was an a-hole.
He's
That's
back.
fabulous. So I'm guessing you didn't like the news.
No, news wasn't great, and needless to say, it kind of threw me off my game.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, at one point, like, I was crying,
Yeah.
and so she offered to stay with me for a little while, and then actually came back to my place.
That's a great way to get some pity sex.
Grandpa's like,
Great way, yeah.
wingman from the skies.
Yep, exactly. Heaven's got a wingman, and his name is Grandpa now.
Actually, we ended up having a little makeout session by the end of the night.
There
I
you
think it
go.
was unrelated. I hope it was unrelated.
Yeah, hopefully the death of your grandpa didn't turn her on.
Yeah.
So you guys actually went back to your place and made out?
Yeah, so we're back to my place and did all that, and then after a while she was like, "Okay, well I gotta get going." It was getting pretty late.
I can
And
see
we
why
called it
you
a night.
said that's like the worst date and the best date because it sounds like a really lovely interaction with another person.
Well, yeah, it was very personal, and I feel like we connected. But like, she's kind of been ghosting me a little since then. I try to text her, and it'll take like a while for a text back, like a few days, and it'll sort of just be like a one-word thing or nothing at all.
Okay, so you definitely think she's blowing you off.
Yeah,
Any reason that you can think of why?
I guess I might be like an ugly crier.
That's true. Like,
Yeah, but does anyone ever think that they're a pretty crier unless you're like in a Hollywood movie? Like it just doesn't happen in real life.
I mean, like, my cry is like pretty ugly. It's all just snot. It's just a mess. I mean, and I kind of, my voice sort of chokes up like this. I can't really get.
Oh,
It's bad. It's
That was a
not
weird way to
great
describe your cry. All right, so you think maybe she was turned off by your ugly crying?
It has to be. Otherwise, like, we really hit it off.
why would you want to go out with somebody who isn't calling you back because you were crying in not an attractive way? I guess because your grandfather died. Like that is shallow if that's the case.
Well, I don't know if that's the reason. That's the only thing I could think of.
Okay.
Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
Okay, thanks.